Peace and prosperity to the world. Thank y'all for tuning in to Rare-Minded People. Y'all chilling with Darnell. Make sure y'all hit that like, that subscribe, and share this content. We gonna jump straight into it, y'all. This is the rise and fall of Charleston White. I know most of us look at him as far as an entertainer. A lot of us like to laugh. A lot of us like to shake our head and, just look at him as a hilarious figure. But the path that Charleston got itself to be this individual where he have the recognition, the money, the fame, the statistical power, has led to a demise of him putting his life on the line. And not just only that, they say behind every man there's a strong woman. And we see that Charleston choose to not follow the order of God as well. So that also continue his demise. And we also looking at Charleston as being a person of the neighborhood that so-called supposed to be doing God's will to create a community and a culture that's not a part of the subculture that we in. But he got something in to the point now where he want to mimic the Hollywood and the lower nature. And now he's a product of his environment at the age that he at and going through the same situations that the confused person would. And I hate to say that because just look at his mind frame, the way he structured himself, the things that he surrounded himself by. He say Adin Ross is a gay guy. That's all they deal with is gay guys. He has sexual intercourse. But he's so proud when Adin Ross called him. Hey, look, Adin Ross calling me. Adin Ross, look, you look. Okay. You know what that means? That means that you're no longer traditional to the ways of your well-being, your nigga-ish mind frame. Now, it's a counterculture. It's a contradiction because you got too conditioned into the media, the hype, the fame, the notoriety. When you got out of jail, you talking about hanging with the fellas and all this. And the first person that was there to your defense in front of you with a mop, with a weapon in front of you that you standing behind, that was that woman. That was that strong woman that you refuse to go home to, that you want to go beat on and go fuck on other women. When that's the person that's most loyal, the most loyalist person to you, you do wrong. So how would you be loyal to anybody else when this person right here that has your back through thick and thin, when you was poor as fuck just on Facebook and YouTube? That person had your back. But then you go run the streets and fuck all these other bitches and do whatever your case may be. And she defends you. She the first one. I'm talking about to jump in front of you. And you was so scared. Because in that case, you be like, nah, babe, move. Come on, let's get up out of here. You stood behind her. And your only threat that you could have thought of in that 3 to 5 minutes that you was standing behind her, intimidated and scared, when she's stopping people with her hands out, your woman, and you standing behind her, and your only thing, I'm going to go get my gun. That must just be your little section where y'all at, because anywhere else, man, soon gun would have came out of your mouth, you been smoked, homie. So it's different levels and it's different temperatures to towns. Cause where I'm from, you could do some bullshit and get away with it. Go to an area where they Baltimore, Chicago, all these areas, man, they gonna smoke you right then and there. They not playing no games. Cali and all that, man, it's low tolerance. But the thing is, when you talk about Charleston, he can't travel with no guns. The feds on him. He made enemies in his town. Not just with the streets, because the streets have a middle section. They like the middle class. The people that's like in the streets that's snitching and stuff, they like the middle class because they close to knowing what's at the top and who's moving around, because they getting the passes to, and the permission from these people to do what they doing. Then on the street level, they know who moving and grooving, because now they able to get federal income or state income to, move this 5K1, thing that they got going on, or agency deal that they got going on. They using this play money, with the dope man. So they got eyes and ears to know the streets. And Charleston White, he was in the middle. But he got stripped from his political connections as being a snitch and an informant for them. Then the streets don't love him no more. Only people that love entertainment or people that's waiting around for the world to end love an individual like him, because he has nothing to offer them. He even said, fuck the children. Fuck those children. As before that he said, I'm not a role model to the children. I'm just teaching the children to prep them for prison, so when they get ready, they won't be a victim to get fucked. And y'all follow this ideology to say he be saying some real shit. Like they say, a broke clock is right 2 times out of a day. Shame on the world. Then, I wish he just would have listened to his buddy or been very humble like his buddy. Like he said, he been with Charleston through the jump. This Dewberry character that's actually eating off of Charleston pretty good. It made a good living off of Charleston. And I wouldn't stop if I was him, because he's feeding his family off just from Charleston bullshit. But the thing is, now he gonna have to tighten up his security. Now he gonna have to be security. Now he's about to get paid less, because he's the producer and Charleston is the artist. So now, if y'all gotta beef up y'all security, you gotta keep the artist cool to keep your boat going. So that means less money for you, buddy. So I hope y'all have a backup plan, because with these shows and entertainment and all this other stuff, you out of the way very soon. You made a lot of enemies that you forgot about, but they haven't forgot about you. Damn, Charleston. That's fucked up, because it's a vicious cycle when we practice Lord nature. When we don't want to change our life to do and submit to the will of the Creator to be good fruit. Instead, he want to be the old fool, instead of gaining knowledge to be guru. Because no matter if the camera on or off, we always a reflection of our light, and your light is truly dim. Then you call him Cam Newton, whoa, whoa. You just don't know you in a trick bag. Because if Cam Newton supports you, his Masonic brothers go to turn their back on him. You know why? Because you talked about Dion. You talking about one of their main people that support their whole movement. he can't support you. Only thing he could do is give you an illusion. Shortly, he gonna stop answering your phone calls as well, because Dion said so. You don't talk about a man's family, then expect his friends and his buddies to keep helping you. It must be a narrative. Somebody got the ball rolling. I'm serious. Vlad, all these other people, they talk. So all they little connections is to stop you from getting where you need to go, unless it's in their favor. To the 100%. So the only streaming podcasts and things like that you have is to create your own. Because, true example, how you did Boss Talk, you did the same thing to Sean Cotton and all them. Say Cheese, you did the same thing to them as well. But they looked at it from a money perspective and said, fuck it. But the Boss Talk, you can't, because you disrespected this man's wife, and morality-wise, they can't put money over their marriage. So Charleston, from prime example, people see the way you moving. You getting sloppy, buddy. You got lawsuits out on you, so I hope you got your money right. So all these little fake costumes and stuff, you're going to be wanting that back. Because people say you really stop fucking with them. You stop wearing their gear and shit. So they stop sending you gear. The streets talk. And it's so fucked up, because once you become a felon, you know, like I know in Texas, man, they don't have expungement programs and shit like that. They don't got none of that. So once you a felon, it's gonna be hard to get that off your body to be packing again. And I think it's after 10 amount of years you allowed to keep one in your home. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're allowed to keep a weapon in your home or something like that, but not while you in public. You know, but you got a lot going on. And I know it's that medication from when you was young, but even Judas reigned king, and he got hung at the end. And the only thing that Judas was known for was 30 pieces of silver out of his long history that he had as a surviving Jew. His kingdom worship, his family, the legacy. No one knows none of that about him. The Chronicles of Judas is only known for betrayal. So, I will pray that Charleston get them spirits of his lower nature off of him and go back to his family, as a real man should follow the order of God. But if it continue to be brainwashed and want to fit in, I see his demise coming very soon, like Whack 100. It's a sad story when you create all this trolling and to fit in and to change the narrative about things, but you have a great message, but you also have deceptive ways that you betray everybody that you come across if it don't fit in your favor. It don't have a motive of success. You know, I see why Bill Cosby didn't want certain people to take stage, because they see the foolishness that the masses will follow, and it will destruct their minds to thinking that the real teachers are the felonious ones. So we go let Scar be Scar, and Simba and Mufasa be Mufasa. Peace and prosperity to the world.